Guys, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the weeks of September 2nd through the 16th, 2019. So I have already shuffled and cut the cards. Let's go ahead and begin here. I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully they do. If you want to reach me for a personal or private reading, payments are collected on Fridays. Your reading is sent out on the following Friday. If you want to talk to me by phone, you have to register first, but it's best to wait for me to post that notification. It says I'm taking calls. So try to reach me during those times. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. We have the central issue, heart of the matter, as death, the world, the hermit, the moon, ace of cups, two of swords, seven of wands, and the sun. Ooh, okay, so it looks like you guys have been doing some soul searching, or will be. I feel like maybe there's been a lot of recent changes to your life. Maybe you've recently moved on or recently let go of people. I just feel like you've been undergoing a lot of transformations. I don't know if you were in some sort of dead-end relationship that like it just reached this end. It reached this limit. And it took you some time to come to that realization. Maybe you've been doing a lot of soul searching and self-examination and just kind of looking at your life and just feeling like, you know what, it's time for me to start a new chapter. It's time for me to let go and move on. This relationship is a dead end. Maybe you've been seeing signs all around you, especially like black crows or something. Or animals, spirit animals that symbolize death and rebirth. So I feel that it's time for you to bury something here. So I also feel like because of all these changes that maybe even happened back to back, that your anxiety's triggered. You know, you are maybe having a hard time dealing with these endings, and you know, maybe you've been very emotional. Maybe you feel as if you've been going through the dark night of the soul here. I feel that whatever is happening here, you're being forced to look at your own insecurities. You're being forced to kind of go within, and you're realizing, or maybe you had to realize that someone was a mirror of your subconscious traumas, your abandonment issues. There's something that was going on within yourself that you just did not see or recognize, and this person had to be the catalyst for it. They had to be the person that brought that out of you. Maybe many lifetimes you've just been burying and burying all this pain, and it hits you or it dawns on you. You're like, I am suffering. I need help. I need to fix myself. So it's like you are learning all sorts of self-love here. The Ace of Cups, you are being renewed, coming out refreshed. But, you know, you have to take some sort of blow first. You know, it hurts. It's not easy. You may go through a period of mourning. If it's not about breaking up in a relationship and you've just been single, you're like, man, I've been single for so long. I don't know what life is. Life is boring to me now. Life is dead to me now. I feel like things will come back to life. You had to go through this period of isolation and loneliness to learn things about yourself. You had to purge, you know, and now I feel like you get it. Something happens where all of a sudden you get it. You understand it. I think you were in denial of something at first, or you're being closed off. Maybe you are realizing that you've been the one pushing people away. Maybe you're realizing that you've been the one that has been very defensive towards people or unapproachable, that you are your own worst enemy or you're your biggest enemy. I think you're realizing that it's been you all along instead of pointing a finger. And I don't know if you guys are going to like that or not. You know, we always want to blame the other person, but these people are reflections to help us. You know, we have to stop saying, well, they mistreated me and they did this and they did that. You are they. Okay, you need to look within yourself and or find a way, like, why did this happen? Why did I allow this? Why, you know, why did I let this person do this or that, and the other? Why was this person ignoring me? Maybe because you ignore yourself on a subconscious level, or there's something that you are just not recognizing. Something within you was being ignored. So whatever the case, that they were a reflection, but you know, you aren't going to learn or understand that lesson until you've matured. But it looks like you've reached some sort of level of maturity here with the Hermit in the world. Whatever type of soul searching you've been doing does look like it's winding down. And you are just coming to some sort of realization about yourself. So I feel like with the Sun, you know, like I said, this is some sort of renewal, rebirth. This is you being happy again. This is you finding some sort of inner love within yourself. If you were in a relationship and things were extremely rocky, I feel like you guys had to go through that together, and now you're coming out as a better couple for each other. Now you're a reflection of happiness here. We have two people on here and the Sun is out. There's clarity, there's peace. Maybe you are now motivated or inspired, or you have a sense of purpose now. Yeah, I feel like whatever is going on with you is leading up to your sense of purpose. Maybe that's been what your path has been about all along. The Hermit has been searching to find himself, and the Hermit finds himself. The Hermit finds his purpose is what I'm getting for you guys. Now, I also get a situation too where there was a need to be honest in your relationship. There could have been some sort of secrets. Maybe you were hiding your emotions or hiding a part of yourself from your partner, and they wanted you to stop it. Maybe they were trying to get your attention or get you to recognize that you were hiding something from them, or that you're too closed off. Maybe you did not want to tell your partner that you were going through something, or that you had some sort of trauma or experienced some sort of childhood trauma. Maybe you thought you were being strong by hiding this information. But I just feel that with the Sun being out, you know, now you trust your partner, or you trust yourself. Now that you have an understanding, you're able to progress or move forward with your love life, regardless if you're single or in a relationship. If you're single, you might be ready to put yourself out there. Maybe you were too shy. Maybe people kept trying to set you up. Maybe your friends and family are like, we're sick and tired of seeing you alone, and they wanted to hook you up, and you were like, no, leave me alone. I like being by myself. Maybe you realize, I've been lying to myself. I don't want to be alone. Go ahead. Who do you have for me to meet? You know, so you finally connect with someone who you're having, or you finally allow yourself to be set up, and you actually are going to have fun with the Sun coming out. I also see a situation where you wanted someone to fight for you, but you didn't say it. You were like, why don't they just fight for me? Or why don't they just kind of, I like someone who's more assertive, or someone who's more, I don't want to say aggressive, but yeah, you know, they're direct and straightforward. Maybe you've been having a hard time finding that in relationships, and finally you find someone who is very assertive. For instance, you know, I like when people just come to me directly and tell me they're interested, and I have a problem with shy people. You know, me and shy, that I don't understand that language. It just does not work for me. I understand bold, blunt people. So maybe that's something that you need or something that you want. Maybe someone was too shy and now they're opening up, because I also see that as a possibility too. Like, none of this is your energy, and the person coming towards you is just someone who was very shy and afraid of being vulnerable, especially if if they're a widower, or they just came out of some sort of bad relationship. They just got over a divorce, or they just, that someone's been through a lot of difficult changes in their life, coming towards you. And so they're coming off as very insecure, very shy. But when they actually get to talking to you, you bring out the best in them. You bring out their good side. And so you're recognizing that this person is a soulmate. So yeah, so you guys are finding happiness before the next couple of weeks are out. Ooh, okay, that's weird. I get two different stories going on. Some of you are finding peace with your relationships, or you're finding peace with yourself. I feel like regardless, you're still finding peace with yourself. But for some of you, relationships are ending. And for some of you, it's beginning. It might be a situation where your relationship ends because you realize that you were dead in relationship. You met someone, you were led to someone that opened you up or helped you realize something. Maybe it wasn't anything romantic. Maybe you just had a talk with a friend and they opened your eyes and helped you to realize that it's okay to let go or move on. Because it does look like maybe something was an illusion, or something was only temporary. Maybe you were looking at something through rose-tinted glasses. Maybe you were sugarcoating your relationship. Maybe you just kept posting pictures of happy moments and happy times, and you were selling the illusion, but deep down, or the real story is that things were dead. Nothing was happening. Something has been covered up. Yeah, see, someone had been covering something up. The fact that something had, really ended. Well, that was a death card. Something went out the window. Hold on, let me get that back. Yeah, so you could have been covering up the fact that something had actually ended. I also feel that if you try to run back to a relationship, or if you try to work something out again, that is short-lived. It's like you come back together, maybe just to make peace, or after you come together, it's like, you know what, we aren't for each other, are we? Or we really should move on. The wheel is coming out as well. So it's like completing up your destiny with this person. You guys lived your destiny, and now it's time to move on here. Some sort of fight might break up, might cause you guys to break up. Like one final fight. It's like, you know what, we tried. And I got this we tried energy with somebody else too. I can't, in case you guys are cross watching, I can't remember who that was. Might have been Taurus. Yeah, I think it was Taurus. But it is some sort of energy like we tried and it's not working. There's too much jealousy. It might be too much insecurity going on. Someone is just also feeling like their needs aren't being met. It's like, or someone only views you as a friend, or you only view them as a friend. It could be a situation where you're wondering, where you have a friend and you're like, I wonder if they really like me. I think they like me. Maybe you're reading the signals wrong, because the moon could be about illusions. Like you're only seeing what you want to see, and you're in denial here. And so when you try to put yourself out there, you speak your truth. It's like maybe someone, it's like they like you, but as a friend. It's like, I like you, but as a friend. And you try to accept it, but really there's some sort of frustration with that. Now, what I'm also getting here is, let's say you're in a relationship, but there's someone threatening. You feel that someone is threatening the relationship. Or maybe you are an outsider and someone views you as a threat and they want you to stay away from their man or stay away from their woman. I just feel like overall something is an illusion and it doesn't last for very long. Something has already run its course. With the Ten of Cups, it just looks like something ran its course. I see two people just going back to fighting and arguing and feelings being hurt. People saying things that are hurtful. And then it's like the Five of Pentacles, just kind of, someone doesn't want to say they're sorry. Someone knows they were in the wrong but doesn't want to say they're sorry. You guys both thinking about each other but not saying anything about it. It also could be a situation where you thought you had another chance, but they moved on, or someone thought they had a chance with you, but you moved on. Boy, and you could be dealing with any sign here. Could be dealing with Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces, Libra, Leo maybe. But it just looks like, that you're being left out in the cold. You guys are having just a hard time seeing eye to eye, even though you keep trying. It's like, man, we keep going here and ending up here. So you guys, if it's time to move on, just don't try to make it work if it's not supposed to. Try your best not to try your best not to just be sugarcoating a relationship, or make sure that you're not looking at it through rose-tinted glasses here. Because, you know, look at the Will, you know, she's blinded, doesn't really want to see the truth, is only wanting to see the illusion. Yeah, so you guys, you know, all I can do, I wish you well, because I do feel like you're trying to work something out that may not be able to progress forward. Let me just kind of look at this Five of Coins for you guys really quickly. You guys are wounded and just too prideful to say anything. Yeah, you guys are refusing to reconnect or apologize, or even to accept someone's apology. Even if someone does reach out and apologize, I feel like you are feeling like, no, you hurt me. And someone may have intervened too. Someone maybe did come into the picture. Someone knew. Maybe that's also why someone stopped fighting for the relationship, because someone new came into the picture and they're preoccupied. So you guys, I'm sorry, I can't sugarcoat. I do see you guys having to deal with some sort of endings within the next 2 weeks. So, I mean, if it resonated, you know, I understand if you want to thumbs down it, but I'm sorry. I hope things get better though. Thank you guys for watching. Many blessings to you.